computer. Okay, welcome back. This is Eco 501 section 1, week 9, part 2. In part 2, we're going to look at game theory. Acha. Is there anybody in the class who knows anything about game theory? If the answer is no, no problem.
No, sir.
Is there, no, sir? Okay, no, but who said no, sir? Nanshu? Huh?
I don't have also any idea about game theory, sir.
Who said that? Fatima?
Fatma Tassim.
Okay, Fatima Tassin. Okay, you do. Fatima doesn't know anything. Nanshu doesn't know anything. Anybody else who doesn't know anything about game theory?
Me, sir.
Sir, I also
For
don't
me
know.
also.
Okay, Sayadur, you don't know, and who else is there? Okay,
Sir, Robbie Regni.
Ohana doesn't know,
স্যার আন্ডারগ্রেড একটু পড়ছিলাম বোধহয় বাট এখন আর কিছু মনে নেই
and students by nature have a goldfish memory. Whatever they learn, they forget just after the exam, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, game theory is nothing but interdependent decision making. Let me give you a very interesting example. When I was first starting to teach game theory, my daughter was 5. I was studying, and then she came and asked me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing game theory." Very seriously, she asked me, "What is game theory?" Now I fell in a fix. She's a 5-year-old kid, and she asked me very seriously. So I gave her a very little example that my daughter is a single child. That your mother brings a cake, she divides it exactly into 2. She has a cousin living downstairs, her cousin sister. So what the mother does, the mother gives the cousin sister half of the cake, and my daughter gets remaining half of the cake. So I asked my daughter, "Don't you think that your mother is giving your cousin a little bit more?" And my daughter said, "Yes, my mother will definitely give her more." Then I told my daughter, "Okay, the next day your mother brings the cake, she gives you the knife, you cut it into 2, but your cousin sister makes the first choice. She decides which choice to take, piece to take. Then the piece that she doesn't take, you take." Then I asked my daughter, "What will you do?" She at that age said, "I'm going to cut it exactly into 50-50. Because she knows if she cuts it into 60-40, her cousin sister will take 60 and she'll get 40. So she'll lose out. So even at that age, my daughter understood what interdependent decision making is. So game theory is basically, yes, somebody wanted to say
Last
something?
ক্লাসে মনে হয় এরকম এর আগে একটা ক্লাসে মনে হয় এমন একটা এক্সাম্পল দিয়েছিলেন স্যার।
Oh, I've already given this example. Achha, this is my trademark example. I repeat it a lot. Okay. So basically what we are going to do in game theory is interdependent decision making. When I make a decision, I think what you're going to do or what your response will be. When you make a decision, you do the same thing. You think what my response will be. Now let's say there's 2 decision makers in the game. We're going to call them players. Okay, each player has 2 actions to choose from. Okay, the actions are either I set high price or either I set low price. So these are the 2 options available for me. The same options are available for you as well. Either you set high price or you set low price. Now, let us assume, just like Kurno, that you are charging high price. What do I do? If I charge low price, I get 1 profit. If I charge high price, I get another profit. So my responses are, if you charge high price, either I also charge high price or I charge low price. If the 2 profits are different, what do I do? Don't I choose the best response given that you are charging high price?
Yes.
If my responses are 2 and the 2 responses are different, so given that you are charging high price, what is my best response? If it is also charging high price, I will charge high price. If it is also charging low price, I will charge low price. Now, once I've chosen my best response, given what you are doing, will I want to change my decision?
No.
Good. So the first part of the logic, we have all agreed. You are charging high price. Based on that, I have decided that I will charge low price. This is exactly what I'll do once we get to the example. So if I know that you are going to charge high price, I will definitely charge low price. I will not change my decision. Now, the next question is, in interdependent decision making, is the reverse also true? If I charge low price, will you charge high price? If that is the case, then the game is in equilibrium. Let me say it again. Given that you charge high price, my best response is to charge a low price. So I will not change my decision. We have all agreed. If the reverse is also true, that given that I'm charging low price, you are charging high price, will you want to change your decision? If your best response is to charge high price, given I'm charging low price,
Oh,
will you
no.
want to? Then we have an equilibrium. Now let me repeat again before we get into the example. Given you are charging high, my best response is to charge low. If the reverse is also true, given that I charge low, your best response is to charge high, then you also don't have an incentive to change your decision. Let me summarize this again. Given what each of us is doing, our best response is the same. This is called mutual best response. Once we reach a mutual best response, that is the so-called Nash equilibrium. Have you heard about the Nash equilibrium?
So, but then how does it become interdependent then? Like
Now,
if I'm sticking to my response.
I'm giving that answer with an example, but do you agree with the logic that I'm trying to establish?
I'm confused.
Okay, you're confused. Okay, okay, then if you're confused, somebody else will also be confused. You can't be the only person in the class. Okay, so what we're doing is game theory is just a branch of applied mathematics that discusses interdependent decision making. How is a solution or equilibrium reached in a game? When no decision maker has an incentive to change their decision given what the others have decided to do. Let me write it down on whiteboard. Okay, we all agreed with this part, right?
Yes, sir.
Given that you chose A, I had two best responses. I could have chosen A, I could have chosen B. My best response is B. This is true. Okay. Now the reverse must be true. Given I choose B, your best response, I'm writing BR, is A. This is also true. Given you choose A, my best response is B. I have no incentive to change. Isn't the reverse also true? What did I choose? I chose B. So given I choose B, your best response is also A. Do you have an incentive to change? Look at the second one. Do you have an incentive to change?
No.
Okay. In that case, isn't this equilibrium? If the second statement was not true, given I choose B, your best response is not A, then you will have a incentive to change, even though I don't want to change. If the second statement is not true, given that I choose B, your best response is not A, then you will have an incentive to change. Then what happens? This cannot be an equilibrium. Does this logic now become more familiar?
Yes, sir.
So logic মনে হচ্ছে
Huh?
লজিক
মনে
আছে
হচ্ছে? Logic আছে? Is there logic?
হ্যাঁ আছে স্যার আছে
Okay, good. So now, once we get now, if you are at least vaguely understood what this is, now we are getting into the example. Solution is when no decision, given what both of us are doing, given what you're doing, I choose this. Given that I choose this, you choose what you choose the same thing. Then it's an equilibrium. And decision makers are known as players. We are just going to look at two decisions, A and B. Actions are the moves available to each player. In this case, there are two actions: set a high price, set a low price. Best response hoche, definitely if I have two responses and the two responses are not the same, I will definitely choose the best response. Equilibrium is when best responses are the same for both of us at the same time. These details will come in later. Prisoner's dilemma is why a collusion will not be successful. Okay, that we'll come into that later. Okay, look at these two statements now. I am doing the best I can, assuming you are doing the best you can. If this statement is correct, will I have an incentive to change my decision? I know I'm doing the best I can, given what you're doing. Will I have an incentive to change the decision?
No.
Now look at the second statement. You are doing the best you can, assuming I am doing the best I can. Will you have an incentive to change your decision?
Yes.
Think of it again. You are doing the best you can, given what I am doing. Will you have an incentive to change? No.
No,
Okay.
no.
Correct.
No, no,
Now,
no, sir.
now let's get back to statement A. I am doing the best I can, but you are not doing the best you can. Then who will want to change? You will want to change.
You will change.
Correct. Now let's look at statement B. You are doing the best you can, but the second part is not true. I am not doing the best I can, given what you're doing. So definitely I will want to change.
I will want to change.
So in this interdependent decision making, if any one of us wants to change, given what the other person is doing, or both of us want to change, it cannot be an equilibrium. Can we come to this conclusion?
Yes, sir.
Great. So this
স্যার
is the
এটা আরেকবার একটু বলবেন মাত্র যেটা বললেন
God knows, আমারও তো গোল্ডফিশ মেমোরি, আমি ভুলে যাচ্ছি কি বলতেছি। আচ্ছা, given কি বলছিলাম? God knows what I said. Okay.
তার ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম হবে না কোন ক্ষেত্রে আর কি
আচ্ছা, হবে না if any one of us wants to change our decision given what the other person is doing, or both of us want to change given what the other person is doing, it cannot be equilibrium.
Right.
If one of us wants to change given what the other person is doing, or both of us want to change given what the other person is doing, it cannot be equilibrium. Does that make sense now?
Yeah.
তার মানে কেউ চেঞ্জ না করলে ওইটা ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম হবে।
হ্যাঁ।
আর যদি একজন চেঞ্জ করে অথবা দুজনই চেঞ্জ করে সেক্ষেত্রে ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম হবে না।
Perfect. Who
Okay,
said
sir.
that?
Faika. Yes, sir.
Okay, huh. And who was the boy before Faika?
Sir, Navid.
Navid, okay. So Navid and Faika, the two of you have understood what I'm trying to say, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we are going to look at a matrix. This is a very simple game. If there's two producers in a market, both of us know if both of us can charge a high price, consumers have no other option but to buy from us. So both of us will make a high profit, which is what? 2 million, 2 million. Does that make sense?
Sir, screen share হতো।
Sorry?
স্যার স্ক্রিন শেয়ার করলে ভালো হতো, মানে
ও স্ক্রিন শেয়ার করি নাই?
না
স্যার
স্যার।
দেখতে পাচ্ছি তো।
আমি
So দেখা যাচ্ছে স্যার।
It's
আচ্ছা
visible.
দাও okay, no problem, we'll try again. Can you see now?
স্যার দেখা যাচ্ছে।
আচ্ছা ও তো দেখতে পাচ্ছে।
Yes sir, দেখা যাচ্ছে।
Yes, sir, দেখা যাচ্ছে।
Yes, sir, দেখা যাচ্ছে।
Okay, lovely. Okay, the problem solved. Acha, there's two producers in the market, just like the Kuno model. They are producing, they're supplying natural spring water. Now, if the two sellers can come to an agreement that both of us will charge a high price, then all the people in the village, they have no other option but to take from us, right? In that
Yes, sir.
case, both of us will make a high profit. 2 million, 2 million. What is the total sum total of the profits? 4 million.
4 million.
Okay, so this is the best outcome for both of us at the same time, right? So this is the place where we would expect a collusion to be successful, because both of them will cooperate, that both of them will charge a high price. Both of them know that if they can do that, both of them will agree. Both of them will benefit, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, suppose I know that the row player, which is A, he will charge a high price. Okay. If I charge a high price, I get 2 million profit. If I charge a low price, I get 4 million profit. Look at over here. Eta keno hocche? Why is this happening? The spring water is the same. If I charge a high price and you charge a low price, switching is very simple. What will everybody do? Won't everybody go to you and buy their water?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if this game is not going to be played for too long, or if this the game does not involve the future, what will happen? Will I have an incentive to stick to the deal of charging a high price?
No, sir. No.
Very good, we've all agreed. Tale ekhon dekho, if I charge high price, you charge the high price, you get 2 million. You charge low price, you get 4 million. Now, if we lock the game here, who will not want to change their decision? The game is player A is charging high price, player B is charging low price. If we lock the game here, who is happy? Player B? Is player A happy?
No.
So player A will want to move. So this cell cannot be an equilibrium. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Given what player B is doing, player A is not happy. So player A will want to move. Do you see the symmetrically opposite case over here? If we lock the game here,
Yes,
who is
sir.
happy? Player 1
A
is happy. Player A is happy. Player A will not want to move given what B is doing. But is the reverse true? Will player B want to stay here, or player B want to move?
We want to
Here
move.
we want to
We
move.
want to move, sir.
So if we lock the game in this cell, will it be an equilibrium?
No, no.
Because
No,
we
sir, no.
agreed that if one person wants to move or both of them wants to move, then it cannot be an equilibrium. Now, what about this cell? If I know that you are going to charge a high price, okay, what do I do? Will I stick to my deal, or do my eyes go over here? If okay, I know that you are charging a high price, so my options are, if I charge high price 2 million, if I charge low price 4 million, won't I have an incentive to move?
Yes, sir.
The reverse is also true. If you know that I'm charging a high price, which is the first 2 million, if you charge high price, you get 2 million. If you charge low price, you get 4 million. Will you have an incentive to move?
Yes, I will have
Yes.
an incentive to move.
Yes, yes.
Great. So in cell number 1, given what you're doing, I want to move. The reverse is also true. Given what I'm doing, you will also want to move. So cell number 1 cannot be in equilibrium. In cell number 2 and 3, one of the two parties wants to move. So that can also not be in equilibrium. What about this one? You have charged a low price. I am charging a low price. It's the same dam spring water. If I charge a high price, I will make a loss. Will I want to charge a high price given what you're doing?
No. No.
The reverse is also true.
That's
If you know that I'm charging a low price, will you charge a high price and get -1?
No.
No, sir.
So the last cell is where the equilibrium is. Given what you're doing, I have no incentive to charge a high price. Given what I'm doing, you also have no incentive to charge a high price. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now
Yes, sir.
beautiful. We'll see what problem there is. Oh, it হয়ে গেছে না? Right, though. This is what we're doing. Over here, the underline is only with player B. Player B is happy given what A is doing. Player B is giving his best response. But the reverse is not true. As we saw a little while ago, player A will want to move. Over here, what's happening? Player A is happy given what B is doing, but the reverse is not true. Player B is not happy given what A is doing. So player B will want to move. So this cell cannot be equilibrium. In this cell, neither of the two is happy given what the other person is doing. Both of them will want to move. So our Nash equilibrium must be this one. Ever clear? Is it clear this time?
Yes, sir.
But is this
Yes,
a good equilibrium?
No, sir.
This is depression. Isn't depression an equilibrium? When we fall in depression, don't we enter a bad equilibrium?
Yes.
Equilibrium is something that once we reach it, we can't get out from it, right? Isn't that how we define equilibrium? Once we reach that situation, we can't get out of it, right?
Yes, sir.
Why is this a bad equilibrium? The two of us are making zero profit. If we could have collaborated, if we could have come under a cartel, if we could have done some kind of collusion, then we both of us would have benefited with 4 million profit. Got it?
Yes.
So prisoner's dilemma is a situation where cooperation is desirable. Both of us charge high price, but cooperation is not practical. That's why both of us end up charging a low price. Both of us lose out. What is the best individual outcome? 4 million. 4 million. But the Nash equilibrium is not the best for both. 0, 0. Let us. Acha. Why does this prisoner's dilemma arise? Both of us know that if we cooperate, both of us can benefit. But if one person cheats and that person cannot be punished, will that person have an incentive to cooperate? If one person cheats and that person cannot be punished, will that person have an incentive to cooperate?
No.
No.
So the thing is, a game which we will see in the next class has to have some punishment or what you call it, reward. Any kind of cooperation, it has to have an inbuilt incentive or disincentive mechanism that rewards people to cooperate, to give them the incentive to cooperate, punishes people if they don't cooperate, creates a disincentive. If we play the game only once or for a very short time, there is no reason why people should cooperate. Acha. The next thing is that we said that collusions historically have been very unstable. What does that mean? That means that over time, the two firms, their capacities will not remain the same. So cooperation over time cannot be stable. Just a second. If we rank the payoffs, the best individual payoff is 4 million. 4 million for B over here, 4 million for A over here. The second best individual outcome is 2 million. 2 million, 2 million. The remaining two are the worst. The second worst হচ্ছে 0 0. The worst outcome is 1 million over
Minus
here,
one.
minus 1 minus 1. The prisoner's dilemma is the second worst individual outcome for both. This is a just remember this. The second prisoner's dilemma is second worst. Okay, now before we go to the next last part, is there any question or any part of this particular game theory part that somebody did not understand?
স্যার ন্যাশ ইকুইলিব্রিয়ামের জন্য আন্ডারলাইং অ্যাজাম্পশন কি স্যার? মানে এটা অলিগোপলি হতে হবে মার্কেটটা, এরকম কি বিষয়টা?
না 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 না, ন্যাশ ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম হচ্ছে ওই যে আমার মেয়ে আর তার চাচাতো বোন, ঠিক আছে? Only two people were playing, right? And
Yes,
if she has to cut the cake into half. Otherwise, her cousin sister will take the larger part. If the cousin so any solution to a game is known as a Nash equilibrium. Generally, there are other names, but Nash equilibrium is just a solution to a game. Okay. Got it now?
স্যার ন্যাশ ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম আপনি তো এখানে স্যার মানে দুইটা এন্টিটি দিয়ে বুঝিয়েছেন, এটা কি স্যার দুইটা বা তিনটা বা মাল্টিপল এন্টিটি নিয়ে হইতে পারে স্যার?
হ্যাঁ, definitely. So let us do one thing. A is you and B is the rest of the class. এভাবে হতে পারে না? A is you, B is the rest of the people in today's class. Can we look at it like this as well? Huh? Can we look at the problem like this? A is you, one individual. The B decision maker is the rest of the class. Can we look at it like this?
Yes, sir.
So we can't show three people because it's a matrix. It's a two persons matrix. But if you want, we can also show it with 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. That's not a problem. Okay. Got it? Okay. Anybody? Any other questions? Who asked me the question? What was your name?
Sir, আমি Kazi.
Okay. Kazi asked me this question. Does anybody else have any question? Apart from what Kazi, yeah. Oh yes, somebody said they have a question. Who was it?
No, sir.
Oh, you don't have a question. Okay. Anybody else has a question? Okay, let me sum up. Interdependent equilibrium. I am doing the best I can given what you're doing. I will definitely not want to change my decision. I'm telling that statement again. I am doing the best I can given what you're doing. I will not want to change. What's the reverse? Given what I'm doing, are you doing the best you can? If the answer to this is also yes, neither you nor I want to change. Given what I'm doing, you are not doing the best you can, then you will definitely want to change. If there are only 2 decision makers in a game, if one of them wants to change, given what the other person is doing, it cannot be equilibrium. If both want to change, given what the other person is doing, that also won't be equilibrium. Kazi was asking a question, what happens if we have 3 people or 4 people? No problem. If there are 4 people, if one person wants to move, given what the other 3 is doing, then it cannot be equilibrium. If 2 people want to move, given what the other 4 people are doing, it cannot be equilibrium. Got it now? Do you get the logic now?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
and we get back to the slide sharing. Why is this not an equilibrium? Cell number 1. Neither of the two players are doing the best they can. 2 million will look at 4 million, this red. This 2 million will be eyeing this 4 million. So they're not doing the best. এখানে কি হচ্ছে? Player B is doing the best given what this person is doing, but the reverse is not true. Given that this person is playing low price, player A is not doing the best they can, charging high price. So player A will want to move. Over here, both of them are doing the best they can given what the other person is doing. Shall I sum it up over here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, lovely. Acha. The assignment that we are going to ask you to do is only one page. The first page will be the questions and all the conditions, etc. Second page, you just write one page. And one page can be, you can write just 3 paragraphs. Question is very simple, similar to the one that I asked in the other section. You identify a monopolistically competitive market in the context of your resident country. It can be Bangladesh, it can be Nepal, it can also be Gambia. I think one person is over here is from Gambia. Regmi, are you present?
Sir, I am from Nepal.
Oh, you're from Nepal. Sorry, sir. Who was
Yes.
from Gambia? Or is it from the other section? Okay, sorry, my mistake. There's one person from Gambia, but that person is from the other section then. Okay, so you just identify one market which is monopolistic competition. Then why do you think this is unique compared to other monopolistic competitive markets in your resident country? How do you answer the second part? Find out what features determine monopolistic competition. Monopolistic competition is defined into 2 parts. We have a part where we have dominant firms. We have a part where we have fringe firms. So if you are analyzing, say, opposite Dhaka OTC market, the people in Bangladesh will know, opposite Dhaka College, then you just tell me, why do you think OTC market is unique compared to other monopolistic competitive markets in Dhaka? Similarly, in the context of Nepal, if you think that this particular monopolistic competitive market you like, tell me why do you like it compared to other monopolistically competitive markets in Nepal or whatever your resident country is. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And now let me stop share. I think I mentioned this to Nanshu at the beginning of the class. I'm mentioning it again now that everybody is here. Yes, everybody is here. The thing is, we haven't had our midterm exam. This is not only true for this course, but all the courses. For whatever reason, your university could not take the midterm. That doesn't mean that the midterm won't be taken. But how it will be taken, in what form it will be taken, I don't know, you don't know, the university also doesn't know. That's why if we can take these very small assessments of just 1 page, you write 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs, then we will have some marks in the bag. Then what will happen, however they take the final, we have some marks in the bag, then we can play around with it. And if they tell us at the last moment, they may, that the midterm and the final will be together, then what will I do? I will have no other option but to give you some big assignments with a small time framework. That will be very painful and a little bit embarrassing, right? Plus,
Yes,
right now it's lockdown time in Bangladesh. Okay, so many of you won't be. It's it's disrupting our normal life pattern. So the thing is, if we can just slowly get another 2 assessments in the bag, we'll have 4 assessments. I'll try to make it 5. Then, if necessary, I can omit 2. I'll consider best 3, or I'll consider best 4. Got it?
স্যার অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট আরেকবার যদি একটু মানে বলতেন স্যার, মানে
আসলে কি
মানে আরেকবার যদি অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট একটু মানে বলতেন আর কি স্যার, মানে অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা কি?
ও অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা আমি বলে দিব তো। You identify a monopolistically competitive market in your resident country. Now, For example, you have identified ODC market opposite Dhaka College, okay, where they sell shirts and other garments. Okay, now then you tell me, why do you like this particular market compared to other monopolistically competitive markets in Dhaka? If I was asked the question, I will just, you stay in Mirpur, right, Kazi?
Yes, sir.
You're from Mirpur, as I remember, right?
Yes, sir. Mirpur, sir.
Okay, so if I'm asked the question, why do I like what do you call it, this particular market, I'll show all the features. Then you might give an argument why this is not a unique market in Dhaka city. Then I'll just give an argument. So what? I can't travel to Mirpur to buy my shirts. I live in New Elephant Road. It's not even 10 minutes walk from my house. I will prefer this one. So this is why I like that market. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Another person might say he or she likes the kitchen market of Dhaka New Market. Another person might say he or she likes the kitchen market of, say, Karon Bazaar. And Karon Bazaar is not the only kitchen market in Dhaka city. Okay, but then you try to develop why you like that particular market compared to others, why it's unique for you. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So it's a very simple question. In fact, if you want, you can even answer in 2 paragraphs. So if the less you answer, the better, so that I can go through it quickly. Got it now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so does anybody have any questions?
স্যার কবে জমা দিব অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট?
Who asked this question? Ohana.
জি স্যার।
At least 4 days time. Today is what? 13. You can submit it by 17.
ওকে স্যার, থ্যাংক ইউ।
Okay, now because it's not going to be like the midterm, you know. The তখন তো midterm ভেবে midterm নেওয়া হয়েছিল. If it was an assignment, I would definitely would have, you know, been more lenient. And the file name, please write the file name properly, the way I asked. Okay.
ওকে স্যার।
Okay, then.
Okay, sir.
Does anybody have any other questions? Anybody?
কোশ্চেন ছিল।
Fatima, yes. So what question do you have?
স্যার আমার একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল। হ্যালো
carry on. Yeah.
স্যার এটা যদি 1 উইকের জন্য দেওয়া হয় তাহলে ভালো হয়, কারণ অন্যান্য ক্লাসের প্রচুর অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট দিয়ে রেখেছে স্যার। যদি পসিবল যদি 20 তে হয় তাহলে বেটার।
জি স্যার, আমার শনিবার আরেকটা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট জমা দিতে হবে অলরেডি।
আচ্ছা, তাহলে আমি তোমাদের অফ দ্য রেকর্ড একটা কথা বলি। The other section I gave 4 days, okay? I'm damn sure some people like you will be complaining. So I'll be lenient. Don't worry. If I make it 7 days, it will become 10 days. Do you understand the logic now?
Yes, sir.
হ্যাঁ?
ওই ক্লাসগুলো একটু 7 days যদি বাড়িয়ে দেওয়া হয় তাহলে ভালো হয়।
না, প্রবলেম হচ্ছে কি, you have to be practical. If I make it 4 days, I know you will submit within 6 days. If I give 7 days, you guys will probably end up submitting after 10 days. Do you get the logic?
না স্যার, অন্যান্য সেকশনে দিয়েছে, আমরা এটা নিয়ে আর্গুমেন্ট করিনি
আচ্ছা।
অনেস্টলি স্যার। আর একটা হচ্ছে যে অ্যাসাইনমেন্টের ব্যাপারটা আমি শুনতে পাইনি, আমার বেবি উঠে গিয়েছিল, তো এজন্য আপনি কি মেল করে দিবেন অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা আমাদের?
হ্যাঁ, আমি মেল করে দিব। I'll mail it.
ওখানে তো ডিটেইল থাকবে সব।
ওলে সব ডিটেইলস হবে। You will get 4 days time. Don't think that this 4 days is 4 days. If you need one more extra day, no problem. But if I say 7 days, তাহলে তো 10 days হয়ে যাবে। হ্যাঁ, carry on.
স্যার আমাদের স্লাইডগুলো কি দেওয়া হয়েছে মনোপলিস্টিক এবং আজকের যে স্লাইডটা?
না, আজকেরটা আমি আজকে দিয়ে দিব। But who asked me this question?
স্যার আমি
Moon. Your name is Moon?
Yes, sir.
Acha, I'll send the slides. If I don't send by 10 o'clock, you knock me in the Facebook group. Is that okay?
Okay, sir. Sir, previous slide-টার কথা বলছিলাম। যেটার উপর
আজকেরটা তো পাঠাবো। I think I didn't send the previous week either, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll check which ones I have sent. If I don't send within 10 o'clock,
you
just remind. Sorry,
sir, অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট কি আজকের ক্লাসের উপরে?
না, অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট কত ক্লাসের উপর?
ওই গত ক্লাসে যেটা বলেছিলেন ওটাই তো হচ্ছে।
Correct.
Sorry, sir. Sorry for the interruption.
No problem. So who was I talking to? Moon. If I don't send the slides by 10 o'clock tonight, you knock me in the Facebook group. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, lovely. Anybody else? Does anybody else have any other question?
স্যার আমাদের
Anybody?
আগের অ্যাসাইনমেন্টস এর নাম্বারগুলি
As a assume number গুলো আমি ওই সেকশনটা করে ফেলছি। Your section, I hopefully I'll be able to finish it by tomorrow. My Turnitin turned down 2 days ago. এটা আজকে রাতে ঠিক হবে। Then I'll be able to finish it very quickly. Okay. Anybody else? Ridita Bonik, do you want to say something?
নো স্যার আই আস্কড
Oh.
ইউ অলরেডি
Or you already asked me? Does anybody else have any questions? Any more questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Shall I start?
No, sir.
Shall I close it here then? এখানে
I
থামবো?
guess yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Then I'm closing it here, and I'll upload the 2 parts of today's lectures in YouTube channel within 1 hour. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Then
sir.
everybody stay well. Tomorrow lockdown starts, so hopefully we can all overcome it together. Okay.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum,
Inshallah.
sir.
Wa alaikum salam and happy Ramzan. Happy Ramzan to everybody. And, Boishabi and also Chaitra Sankranti, Poila Boishak, everything has come together on the same day. Okay then, everybody stay well. Same to you. Bye.